same room for about 3 years at 607 10th Avenue, Black Falls. That was our birthplace. So we have great memories of that.
Super embarrassing. Well, they didn't have a night.
I actually can't think of anything that was embarrassing to me. Just one. Is it okay? Yeah. I have one that even Mike doesn't know about because he was just a little kid. But it was also in those days that Ron was talking about. And the thing I remember, we had a little back like patio in our house. And there was a ladder that went up the side of the house. There was a screen window, but we had to change from screens to storm windows every year. And Mike was a little kid, and I'm sure, Mike, you don't remember. You do remember that you went up the ladder and bingo, you fell, cracked your head open, and I remember they had to take you to the hospital. As I say, I was much older than Mike, of course, so that made a big impression on me. And other than that, no stories from Mike.
Oh.
Who's next?
Okay. Now you tell on them. Now you tell on them.
Do you remember that one? Yeah, I remember that incident, and I remember another one where my friend and I were playing around the garage, and my dad used to hunt night crawlers or whatever, and had all these night crawlers stored in the garage. And my friend and I all of a sudden looked around on the ground, and here were all these garter snakes coming right at us. And my brother Otto and my dad came out and started mass killing all these. Yeah, I was.
Genocide.
I remember that.
Why do you know what happened then? I got a bloody nose.
Oh yeah. I got a bloody nose out of it. I don't know. We were killing, night crawlers or garter snakes that born live, and they were swarming out of their nest. And my dad and I had hose and things and were killing them as they came out. And I don't know if it was the smell of the blood of the garter snakes. It probably was, but I developed a nosebleed. And it wouldn't stop, no matter all the things my mother tried on me. So we finally had to go to the hospital and a cauterized. I'm surprised you knew that, Mike.
That was real.
I know one thing Mike doesn't remember was the day I ran away from home. We roomed together on the second floor, and the window had these removable screens. And in order to remove it, you had to get on the outside and split these socks, and get on the inside and unhook them. And I figured all that out. And then one night, after Mike was asleep, I got out the window, and our kitchen was an add-on to the house. I walked on the roof of the kitchen to the back porch and climbed down this pillar, and I got all the way to Paris. And that's where I was going to plan getting on a train and going somewhere. And I thought about it, maybe tomorrow.
Finally a room to yourself. Yeah.
But anyway, these are my brothers. Otto, he's my second oldest. My oldest brother is Dan. He lives in Columbus, Ohio. This is Ron, and I'm sure a lot of you know John. I was told he planned the party. Those are my 5 brothers. Now, come introduce my double cousin, Ed, who's around the same age as me. Double cousin is where sisters marry brothers.
Oh, okay.
So we're related double. First cousin. So here's Ed. How you all doing?
Hey.
I said, how you all doing?
Good.
That's better. Okay, I'm going to tell you how this works. Starting with Mike's brother Dan, he's the oldest. The siblings in order are Otto, if you would stand, Otto.
Hey, Otto.
Ron. Mike. And John. Okay, and on our side, Daryl. Where's Daryl? Stand up. Sharon. Myself, I'm in. And I think there's Lori somewhere. Steve, I'm sorry, Steve.
Oh, Steve, that guy too.
Steve. Well, they just catching up. I got to tell you the story that before the party, last night we had a party for me. Mike and I were born 9 days apart. I was first and then Mike. So we had a party last night and I wanted to invite them to come, but I knew once everybody started drinking, they'd probably say, hey Mike, we'll see you tomorrow night. You know nothing about it, so I couldn't do that. So, but our two fathers, the Adamis, married two sisters, the Tediuchis, and that's how we're first double cousins, all of us. That is the closest thing you can fit to being actual brothers and sisters. And they feel like we are. So, just to explain that for the young ones that don't know what that is. Okay, I have some stories about Mike. Starting when Mike and I went to kindergarten together. And our first day of school, our mothers took us to school. And I was walking around thinking it was pretty cool. I didn't see Mike, and then I looked over in the corner, and there's Mike crying. And I'm like, Mike, what's the matter? And he said, our moms left. What do you mean? Our moms took off and left us here. Then I'm crying with him. He didn't understand that's how it worked. You were in school now. That was our first day together as schoolmates. Then we came to second grade. And for all you little ones, I'm changing this story a little bit. But Mike tried to tell me there was no Santa Claus. I didn't believe him, and I still don't believe him. So, for all you little ones, yep, there is a Santa Claus, and he's real. So, the next phase of our grade school existence, we were both altar boys, believe it or not. So, we learned to serve Mass on the altar, and Mike and I afterwards, there's these cruets that they consecrate at the Mass. They're little pitchers that you pour the water and the wine in. So afterwards, Mike and I would go in the kitchen and we volunteered to fill up the wine. And of course we had to sample some of it. We were all of about 3rd or 4th grade. And of course it took 2 of us to do one little pitcher to fill it up. So, but those were some of our early adventures. As we grew older, we got interested in girls about 13, 14. Mike said, don't tell that story. Hey, we were 13, what do you mean? So we saw these 2 girls in a band from Dixon marching by. We were watching the parade. We thought, boy, they're pretty cute. So we ended up, after the parade, we saw them go into a malted milk shop. We followed them in there. We got to meet them, talk to them. We thought it was pretty cool. So the only problem was they lived in Dixon and we lived in Rock Falls. We're not old enough to drive. They liked to go swimming in this lake that was about 30 miles away from us. So being the ingenious guys that we were, we put our thumbs out and hitchhiked to meet these two girls up in the lake. And from there, I mean, we had some really fun times and that. But today, you would be scared to death for your kids to be hitchhiking to go anywhere.
Don't listen to these stories.
One of our favorite memories, we used to have a Memorial Day reunion, our two families, every year at Centennial Park in Rock Falls. And everybody would bring a dish to pass, their own meat, something to drink. We had softball games for years and just a really good time. And everybody came, and it was really good. We missed those days, and then all of a sudden got away from us. And sooner or later, our parents both passed away, and here we are. There's a story that I wanted the guy that's not here, a couple of things as we got older. Mike moved to Chicago, and that was a sad day for me. Oh, there he is. This story involves you, sir. Tom McInerney. See if you remember this. Okay, we're at this apartment one day, a group of our friends, and Mike had this great big zit on his back. I mean, it was huge. So we got him down on the ground. He needed some relief. And Tom got on top of him, Tom McInerney, and he pushed this thing and got it to pop. And that thing shot up and hit the ceiling, and that's how much pressure it had on there. I've never seen anything like it. You remember that, Tom? Yes, sir. Yeah. The next story was we were in Mike's mother's basement, and we're about 17, 18-year-olds. We decided to play tackle football in the basement, and we knocked over Otto's bookcase. That was about 8 feet tall, full of books all the way down. And we hear this booming voice upstairs. What did you do? I'm coming down here. You guys, all of you, out of here. You guys are out. You're dying. We wrecked her bookcase, and I'll never forget that story. And we were scared to death when she came down. Mike was into computers at an early age, way back before computers became big. He's always been inquisitive. Into the brainy things like bridge and stuff. Who does that when you're young? I mean, we were, but he did. Some of you don't know this about him. He jumped on the bandwagon since he moved to Chicago, but before he became a Cub fan, he was a Los Angeles Dodger fan. Anybody know that? I did. Maury Wills, Don Drysdale, Eddie Koufax, and that whole group.
That's how I met Mary, because she was from Los Angeles. Right. Your mother liked to die.
Mary, this is for you. When he started to see you, when he met you, he used to confide in me. We were really close, obviously. He said, Ed, I think I love her.
Oh.
I said, Mike, if you do, you better marry her. And sure enough, he did. And the rest is history, as they say. So I want to think I had a part in that. He speaks quietly. He often defers to others. And he loves his family, his grandkids, more than anything else in the world, as we all do. A couple of years ago, I had a surgery for what should have been a simple gallbladder operation. They almost killed me doing it. Anyway, I was in critical care for about 4 days and intensive care for another 4 days. So when I started coming to and I had visitors in the room, who walks in the room unexpected? It's Mike. I'll never forget that, and it meant a lot to me, Mike, that you were there. And that's just how close we are, and that's the kind of person he is. Over the years, we've drifted apart because of distance, families, activities. That take most of our time and our parents' time and commitment. But
through it all, we still remain as close as ever. Mike, I respect the man, the husband, the father, the grandfather that you are. I and we all love you so much. Let's all raise our glasses. Mike Adami, we love you. Now I'll turn it over to Mary.
Hey Kai, can you video this? I gotta go to get some beer.
This is the first time me and Karen became friends. I hated her guys because she was a better artist.
I don't know how I got roped into this thing. My goodness. Well, I gotta say, the best thing I ever did was marry Mike. He's always had my back. He's been great with the kids. And what a great family to marry into. We've had wonderful times with each and every one of you. It's wonderful. Oh, and by the way, because they can't do separate birthdays in this family, a happy birthday to Ed, because
Happy birthday.
72. It's crazy.
70 also.
But yeah, it's wonderful seeing you all come out. Really do appreciate your showing up to show Mike how much you appreciate him. I guess I can have a good time off of this for a long time. But a special appreciation goes to John Adami, who worked real hard on this, to Fritzy, to my mom, and Heather and the kids, the grandkids were awesome. They were part of this too. My son got this put together. It's been great. And I want to thank you all so much for coming. Because I just really love seeing the chocolate on his face. Because it isn't easy to surprise him. Because he is a knows his thing. So thank you again. I just want to thank everyone for coming out here. I have nothing to do with any of this, so thank you everybody for
my dad's sister.
Everything you did, because my dad is awesome. Seriously, I think you're all pretty cool, but my dad is the best. And I love him so much, and I'm so glad that we got to come out here to see you, and I'm so glad to see so many other people. I really, really hope for everybody's sake that they have Love Shack so my dad can sing it free. or if we want to get everybody involved, Chicago, because I hope that all his cousins will get up there and maybe do a little dance or something. But thank you all for coming. I love you, Dad. I'm really glad everyone could come here. I had nothing to do with any of this, but everybody else is awesome. So thank you. I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. I want to especially thank Roy Gutierrez, who is my next door neighbor, and our fabulous DJ.
Yeah.
Him and Mike have an ongoing competition to see who can get out and mow their lawn first. And then Roy just got a lawnmower the other day. Mike picked one up today, so you guys are going to have
And Brittany just got one for Father's Day.
Wow.
Don't do many people think you
So, anybody else?
I just thought of a story. Actually, my wife. It has to
Girl,
do with my mother
I was getting the video.
and Mike when he was going to college. Mike went to Thornton Junior College, which is a local. And so he lived at home. But he didn't really like living at home because my mom was always pregnant.
There, better.
Send him off to school.
I want the disco ball.
So one day he said to my mother, "Mom, why don't you treat me like I was away at school? Instead of treating me like I was in high school."
Can you hold
He
this?
said, "Okay." So the next morning she didn't get
Get
up.
my grandpa, he has the king hat.
Mike didn't show up.
Get my Get my grandpa there.
Your grandpa first.
My grand. That's not funny. Don't do that.
Asri have a speech.
We have one too. Raise your hand.
We'll go.
Tell him.
Wait here. Oh.
No, I didn't come to see you. Thank you.
I need my phone.
He needs your phone.
Wait, here. Give it to Vincent. Make sure you get Ezra and Grandpa. Somehow.
Never mind.
Aw, she's so cute.
So, I just want to say that you're a great person to have in life, and that that I hope you had an awesome 70 years, and I'm pretty sure that your 59th year was probably the best because your little granddaughter named Esme came into the world. She was blessed to have you as a grandfather, and we're all blessed because of her family. I hope you come to realize how loved you are, because man is more than you think. Okay.
Alright, so I'm Julia. For those who don't know me, I'm the stranger who just comes to my house all the time. I tried to.
Oh, I'm Kai. I'm his grandson. Okay.
So here's a poem I wrote for the birthday guy over there. Okay, so it's your birthday? You're in your 70s? Wow, that's old. But you know what that means? More memories you get to make, more risks you get to take, more laughter you get to shed, more tucking the children in bed. This is a blessing you get to treasure. This is another day you get to pleasure. Another day to smile, another day to dress in style, another day to cry, another day to bug high.
You get to spend this day with your family and friends. Just know that that love they have will never end. Enjoy this day and have some fun, because tomorrow your birthday will be done. Happy birthday to you. There is no other grandpa like you.
Yeah, I'm Vincent.
I have to say something, Dad. I was tired of learning this party. So this is my favorite picture of Dad. This was taken in my wedding, Dad. My greatest memory was looking at you in the dance floor while I was in the dirty wedding gown because I was dancing all night, and I'm thinking, whoa, my father-in-law was dancing all night. He was all sweaty. And I thought, man, I was lucky, because this is the kind of family I wanted to belong to. A party person. So this is how Dad's party. Hey, I love you, Dad. You know that. I'm your favorite daughter-in-law, but I'm the only one. No competition, unless father turns gay. With that, happy birthday. Hey! Nicole got a representative in his own Not his mom. Alright, whoever. Anybody else have a good memory of Dad? Otherwise, gonna go dancing?
I'm not playing.
Oh, okay.